him. Hello everybody, it's me Kira, and I just wanted to do a quick video this week for a new toy that I got today actually. At the time of recording this video, it's the 10th of May, and I just got this pen. This is, wow, next time I need to record in the sunlight, but it's nighttime, so we don't have that choice. This is the Jinhao 599. It's the pen that is supposed to basically copy the Lamy Safari, I think. And it's a fountain pen. It's a basic fountain pen. It's leaking, but ignore that. I gotta work with that. It has international cartridges. These ones. Whoop. I gotta figure out where everything is supposed to be. It uses these international cartridges, the same that most Chinese fountain pens use. And this pen came with two nibs. Currently I have the extra fine nib. As you can see, it's very, very, very small. You can barely see the tip except for when it shines. So it came with this tip, which I really like. I love the line that I get from this tip. What I don't like from this tip is that it bleeds through the paper a lot, and it leaks inside the cap. I gotta see if the other tip does that. The other nib that came with the pen is this fine nib. It looks like a basic fountain pen nib. It has Jinhao right on there. You can't really see it because I'm too far away and my phone does not focus that well. I'll try to zoom in for you. But this is the fine nib. The line that it gives is just probably double this one. The extra fine nib has the exact same pen width as this Pilot G2 that I was using. This is the Pilot G2 extra fine. It's I don't remember what grade it is, but it's the extra fine, and this uses the gel, and it's a water-based ink. So it's a water-based ink, so it dries faster than gel ink. This ink takes 15 seconds to dry, and I think, if I remember correctly, the Pilot G2 took around 20 to 25 seconds to dry. It also came with this converter so that I can use bottled ink if I so choose, and I'm planning on making my way into that one of these days. I'm not sure if it's going to be with this pen. I'm not sure if this pen will survive. But that's the main reason why I bought the Jinhao instead of something more expensive like a Pilot or a Lamy, because this was a $2 pen, and I don't want to completely destroy a $20 pen. So I started with the one that's $2. So we have the converter. It came with 5 cartridges. These are the 4 extras. And I can buy these cartridges really easily here where I live. The only thing probably that bothers me is that this extra fine tip, it leaks like a lot. It leaks every time I open it. I have to wipe it off because it has ink on it if I leave it on my desk for even a little while. So I'm not sure if it's because I switched the nibs because I perforated the cartridge with this nib, but then I didn't like how the lines looked and I switched to this nib. So tomorrow I'm going to be using just this nib, so I'm going to switch back and see if this one also leaks or if it's just this one. If it's just this one, then I'm probably not going to be able to use it because, well, it leaks all over everywhere. I mean, I can check, see if it's just, I don't know, maybe it's loose or something. No, it's in there. It snapped when I put it on, so should be fine. But I don't know why it's leaking. It's inconvenient. It has already stained me, so I have already been christened by the pen. And I really like this cap because you put it on and just, it's got that nice snap to it, so you know it's closed and it's not gonna leak. So at least I know, even though this pen is leaking a little bit and it only like drops, it only lets out a couple of drops, that it's not going to get all over my desk, or if I take it in my purse, it's not going to get all over my purse. So at least I don't think so. I'm going to see what happens when I leave it just sitting here overnight. But really, I'm really happy with this pen for, you know, right now. It's got a few things that I have to get used to, and I'm not sure if they're normal or not. I'm going to have to do some studying. I mean, I know leaking isn't that normal, but as I said, I'm going to see if it does the same with this one, to see if it's just normal for this particular pen. But I'm really planning to just keep using this fountain pen for my journaling because I really like the way it writes. The Pilot G2, fine, it is kind of scratchy. When I write with it, it feels like grainy almost, and I don't get that with the Jinhao. It's just smooth. There is a little bit of graininess, very little, but it could also be this paper, this notepad I mean. But I was using it to write in my bullet journal, which is a Artist Loft dotted journal, and find the page. And this here is what was written with this nib. As you can see, it's a little thick, just a little bit. I mean, it's not a lot. It's the same as this pen, I think. A regular pen, and then this nib was everything else, and the ink comes out a lot darker with the extra fine nib, and this with the fine nib it's slightly brownish gray, which is interesting. Like it lays out a thinner line, I think. It also dries faster than this one, so that's interesting. But the thing is, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it bled through, so it looks like there's hieroglyphs on this page. It's not something that I can't live with. I mean, I can get used to it, I think. I mean, I got used to the ghosting. I really didn't like it, but I got used to it. But I'm going to see tomorrow if writing with the other one, with the fine nib, if it bleeds just as much as this one. Because if it bleeds just as much as this one, I might as well just use this one. And also, if it leaks, I might as well just use this one, you know, because I like it a lot better. And if it ends up that it's a faulty pen, I mean, it's $2, I'll just buy a new one. I really wish I could buy this here where I live, but I wasn't able to find it anywhere. I mean, I'm sure there are other brands that I could buy, but I really like the look of this one. That's basically, there isn't a lot I have to say about it right now because it's just the first impressions, but I'm going to see what else this pen has in store for me, and I'll probably have a full review on it probably in a couple of months, because I really want to see how long the cartridge lasts. I want to see, like I told you, I want to see the differences between the two nibs, if they're used for however long, and to see if I perforate a new cartridge with this nib, if it leaks or not. So I'm gonna see what goes on with that, and then eventually I want to see what it's like to use bottled ink, and I also want to see what it's like to use colored ink and stuff. So there's a lot of fun stuff that I'm going to be doing with this pen. So if you guys want to follow me on that journey, I'm going to be posting a lot about this pen and about bullet journaling in general in my blog. I just made it like earlier this week because I don't know, I woke up and I said, I think I'll make a blog today. So right now I have a couple posts. I think I have around 8 posts. The one that's of my plan with me for May, a flip through for April, and just a couple of extra stuff. I'm going to be posting weekly reviews of what went on in my weeks and how I went with, you know, different parts of my journal, and just basically keeping you updated with what's going on in this journal and with this pen. I don't know what I'm going to do with this though. I still want to use it, but I can't use it to create my spreads because it's not really for that. It doesn't dry fast enough for me to be able to just go through and do things. So I'm not sure. I might just use it for regular writing elsewhere or for drawing maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. I did try drawing with this. I inked an image. Let me find it. It's the last one I did. This one. This little picture of a bean version of my dog. I lined it completely with this extra fine nib. I'm not sure how this works too well on this particular paper, but I'm going to try drawing with the other one tomorrow and seeing how that goes. Also, I'm doing a sketch a day in this tiny little sketchbook that I bought because I actually want to use it and I want to get better at drawing traditionally. So that's, I don't know what just fell. I have no idea. But that's basically all I have to do with this pen. So like I said, if you want to follow me and see what's going on with the pen and updates with how it's behaving, how it's how I like it and how I don't like it, and what things I think would be better in a more expensive pen, or whatever, you know, ideas that I might have for it in the future, just follow me on my blog. I'll have it linked in the description because I do not remember the URL right now. But right now on my blog I have a post about my first impressions with the pen while I was using the pen, so that is going to be on there so you can read a little bit more in depth of what I was thinking about when it came to the pen. I just gave a basic overview of what I was thinking right now. So I'm going to leave you guys with that, and let's hope that this pen is not just defective or something, because I really like the color. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys next week with a new time-lapse video. So, you bye-byes.